tell him go ahead and take us in so he can show us the damages, and we'll fill this slip out for him.
Marine Lieutenant Brian Cage spends a lot of time talking to Afghans, a big change from when he first arrived 2 months ago.
I'm fighting every day. I'm getting in firefights every day.
In Afghanistan's southern Helmand province, Cage's experiences mirror those of coalition troops in other parts of the country. Move in, fight the Taliban, win local support.
One of the big projects we're trying to work on here in the upcoming week is we're going to try and get the school back open.
But in the battle for popularity, Cage is not alone. The Taliban also compete with their own IO, Information Operations Campaign.
The ones that weren't killed went to Pakistan. So there's been some reports of them kind of starting to trickle back in and trying to do their own kind of IO thing, asking about how people are and how their families are.
For Cage and his commanders, the Taliban tactic of taking sanctuary in Pakistan's lawless border region and returning when fighting is over is a growing frustration. Another frustration, the Taliban's ability to hide in the local population. On this coalition video release, 2 Taliban suspects dress in female burqas, walk with women and children. So while troops battle for hearts and minds, Taliban fighters are still there.
They're observing us. They are amongst the populace still, but they're not active right now. I believe they're just looking for weak spots, opportunities, lay IEDs, conduct possible ambushes in the area.
Does he have a paper?
Recently, those opportunities have been coming with lethal regularity. 46 coalition troops killed here in June. More than during any other month since the US-led invasion began in 2001. According to commanders, it's coalition, not Taliban tactics, that's causing the surge in deaths.
We are doing operations in areas that we never used to be before. In other words, we're bringing the fight to the enemy.
But taking the fight to the Taliban isn't just increasing coalition casualties, it's boosting Taliban recruiting, because the coalition troops are outsiders, and for some, that makes them the enemy.
There's no typical Taliban. I mean, we group them in many tiers. There's some which are ideology-based, some are just local tribal base, and everybody who's a foreigner is an enemy.
Which makes Lieutenant Cage's Hearts and Minds patrol so critical, changing perception. Foreigners need not be the enemy.
As tough as it was for the Marines to drive the Taliban out of this area, experience of other troops in Afghanistan has shown that this may be the hardest battle to win, keeping the local support and keeping the Taliban out. Nick Robertson, CNN, Amiri Aga, Afghanistan.